Every day, millions of Kansans are on the go. They go for their health and for their education, for their jobs and for their families. At Kdot, it's our job to help them go safely and drive down the cost of delivering products and services. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do our job as well as Kansans deserve, as more than $2 billion was transferred from the State Highway Fund since 2011. We've delayed highway preservation work and major T-Works projects that communities counted on to improve their economies. These delays have caused problems today. The health of our highway system is in decline. You've probably noticed rougher roads and faded highway lines. It's left our future in trouble. We don't have shovel-ready projects. Transportation investments are about creating safe and attractive communities for today and for the future. And the development pipeline, which is the pathway to new projects, is empty. In a world with quickly changing economic opportunities and an accelerating rate of technological change, we can't afford to be caught standing still. It's time to move forward to a new transportation program tailored to today's and tomorrow's needs. A modern transportation system moves people, freight, and technology. And this summer and fall, thousands of Kansans participated in Kdot's local consult sessions to tell us how we could do all those things better. Here's what they said. It's time to close the bank of Kdot. The transfers from the State Highway Fund have hurt Kansas in the short and long term. And Forward, the new transportation program, must have reliable and stable funding to succeed. The efforts of Governor Kelly and the Kansas legislature to reduce transfers this past session was a step in the right direction, but there is more work to do to restore funding levels to where they need to be. And Forward is dependent on those revenues being restored. Kansans need transportation to be more flexible and responsible to meet shifting needs. To achieve this, Forward is built upon a rolling program approach where major highway modernization and expansion projects will be selected every 2 years. That once a decade, make it or break it moment like previous programs no longer serves our state well. We have launched new programs such as Cost Share, Local Bridge, and Strategic Safety to create even more resources for communities to make transportation improvements on an annual basis. Our new Cost Share program demonstrates the value of Forward's guiding principles. Recognizing the pent-up demand for transportation improvements across the state, we crafted the program, called for projects, and announced selections in just 92 working days. And we were able to fund 22 great projects for communities large and small, thanks to a nearly 50-50 funding partnership between the state and local governments. We must continue to pool our resources to meet more needs. It's not enough to offer more resources. We must deliver them better, too. Through Forward, Kdot will help communities solve more problems by utilizing all our resources, rather than being limited by our own internal silos or the outdated 10-year scheduling approach. Communities will send us their transportation problems, and we combine resources to tailor solutions to best meet the need. This will allow us to provide more holistic transportation solutions, implement practical improvements, and reduce administrative work for our communities. But don't just take our word for it.
The business-minded approach laid out by Forward makes sense. It's not the typical government planning process. It gives cities more opportunities to make the changes the citizens are demanding and in a faster time frame.
The increased flexibility and responsive nature of Forward will require increased transparency and accountability. That's why we're committed to holding local consult meetings across the state every 2 years. These meetings will not only allow communities to make Kdot aware of their transportation needs, but also evaluate us on how we're performing.
I am very pleased that Kdot will continue its local consult meetings. These discussions are critical for helping Kansans work together to prioritize the needs and deliver a transportation system that works for us all, whether we are in urban density or rural and remote, like in Scott City.
A transportation system that works for all of us means expanding broadband backbone infrastructure to bring more jobs to Kansans so young people do not have to leave our state to find work. It means providing more mobility options to access medical care, improve travel reliability to keep Kansas businesses competitive, and it means reducing commute times so you can spend more time with the people who matter most to you. Through our transportation investments, we can build safer, healthier, and livelier communities. But we need your help to do this. We must all work together so Kansas can go forward.